With a new Toxic Avenger coming out soon, I thought that it would be nice to relive the original cult classic The Toxic Avenger. So here is a recap of the original Toxic Avenger. Enjoy! This movie is truly awesome despite its reputation as a bad film, and it has garnered a strong cult following for good reasons. Let's delve right into it. I absolutely adore these films, the Toxic Avenger series. The Toxic Avenger series is a personal favorite of mine, released by Troma, known for their numerous low-budget straight-to-video releases. They represent the last bastion of independent filmmaking. While many indie filmmakers still rely on Hollywood, Troma does everything themselves. They don't need or want Hollywood's involvement. That's why I have such admiration and respect for these films. They embody true independent spirit. This movie is the unrated director's cut from 1985. Correction, it's actually from 1984. I want to feature this prominently for a great thumbnail. I want everyone to know what I'm discussing. The budget was $500,000, and it managed to gross $800,000, making it a definite financial success. The film starts with a disclaimer about its graphic violence, which was likely necessary at the time in 1984. Nowadays, such disclaimers are less common. A narrator sets the scene in Tromaville, New Jersey, just across the lake from New York City. The narrator introduces Tromaville, where we first meet Melvin, our main character. Melvin works as a mop boy at what could be considered a health club, akin to a modern YMCA with facilities like a swimming pool and workout areas. There's a group of guys who strongly dislike Melvin because he's a total nerd and irritates them to no end. Bozo leads this group, known for his comically intense stress levels where he's always on edge, exclaiming about being stressed and visibly worked up. It's humorous because he constantly appears frazzled, with veins practically popping from his neck. Bozo is the leader, Slug is the other guy, and they both have a girlfriend. So to relieve his stress, Bozo likes to run down people in his car for points, and they all get off on this, all four of them. You see the people on the road. They're on the road looking for victims, and they find a mentally handicapped child on a bike and they run him over, a good gore scene because they run over his head, and on the tires it just splits. This is what made the franchise, this is what made Troma films. Melvin Ferd III, a slight 98-pound janitor at a health club in Tromaville, New Jersey, endures regular harassment from a group of unwittingly murderous patrons, Bozo, Slug, Wanda, and Julie. One fateful day, the group deceives Melvin into donning a pink tutu and embracing what he believes to be Julie but is actually a real sheep. Humiliated and pursued around the health club, Melvin leaps out of a second-story window and lands in a barrel of toxic waste on a nearby truck. The hazardous chemicals scorch his skin and ignite him. Despite fleeing in agony, Melvin eventually seeks solace at home, only for the chemicals to mutate him into a grotesquely deformed creature with immense size and strength. Melvin, as the Toxic Avenger, traverses the town without revealing his face for the first 30 to 45 minutes of the film. This delay is deliberately crafted to heighten the impact of his disfigured appearance, which is meant to shock and disturb viewers. As he navigates the streets, Melvin stumbles upon a scene where a cop is confronted by a group of thugs led by Cigar Face, who interestingly are portrayed by Troma Films' own producers and behind-the-scenes personnel. This unconventional casting choice blends real-life roles with on-screen characters, adding a unique twist to the film's production. In this instance, Cigar Face and his accomplices attempt to persuade the cop, a good officer, to join their criminal activities. When the cop refuses, they assault him. However, the Toxic Avenger arrives just in time to engage the thugs in a visceral and gory brawl, showcasing the film's signature style of intense action and graphic violence. Hi movie buffs, don't forget to hit the subscribe, like, share, and bell button. It's free and it really helps. You'll be notified of each new recap. Leaves a mop on their faces as a calling card. Cigar Face escapes, promising to take revenge. Upon his return home, Melvin finds his mother frightened by his appearance and unwilling to allow him inside. Consequently, he constructs a makeshift residence in a nearby junkyard. 3 men from a gang commit an armed robbery at a Mexican restaurant and assault Sarah, a blind woman. They kill her guide dog and attempt to rape her, but are stopped by Melvin when he attacks them. Melvin then takes Sarah back to her home, where they get to know one another and become romantically involved. Melvin continues to fight crime, including drug dealers and pimps for underage prostitutes. While Melvin garners praise for his selfless deeds and is embraced as a local hero, Mayor Belgudi becomes increasingly concerned. Unbeknownst to the public, the mayor reigns over Traumaville's expansive criminal syndicate and dreads the potential exposure of his illicit activities. Determined to protect his nefarious empire, he resolves to eliminate Melvin. A group of men, led by Cigar Face, eventually surround Melvin with guns. Just before they fire on him, he leaps up to a fire escape, so they shoot each other instead. Melvin seeks vengeance against the 4 bullies from the health club who triggered his transformation. His retaliation begins with Wanda in the sauna, where he scorches her backside on the heater. Later, he tracks down Julie in the club's basement and forcibly cuts off her hair. Finally, Melvin confronts Bozo and Slug after they assault a woman and steal her car. Despite their attempt to run him over, Melvin jumps onto the car's roof, ejects Slug from the moving vehicle, and then removes the steering wheel. This causes Bozo to careen off a cliff in a fiery conclusion to their confrontation. The car explodes, killing Bozo. Melvin climbs out uninjured and walks away. After Melvin inadvertently eliminates an elderly woman in a dry cleaning establishment, who, unbeknownst to him, was a prominent figure in an underground human trafficking ring, Mayor Belgudi summons the United States National Guard. Distraught by his actions, Melvin retreats to his makeshift dwelling in the junkyard, grappling with the reality of his transformation. Together with Sarah, they opt to leave the city behind, seeking solace in a fresh start amidst the nearby woods. Melvin and Sarah are eventually found, prompting the mayor and the National Guard to attempt his extermination. However, the citizens of Traumaville intervene, and Melvin's mother identifies the mutant as her own son. The mayor's evil ways are revealed, and Melvin rips out his organs to see if he has any guts. Hailed as a hero, the Toxic Avenger continues to combat crime in Traumaville. Thanks for watching. If there's anything you would like to see, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe.